welcome. My name is Example. Welcome to the I Am Example podcast. Here we're going to inspire you. We're going to motivate you. We're going to push you. We're going to build you. Any obstacle that you ever encountered, you can overcome by believing in yourself. And here you're going to discover that strength. We're going to teach you how to hustle. We're going to teach you how to grind. We're going to teach you about all those things. Keep it locked in and stay tuned. Welcome to the I Am Example podcast, and I'm your host, Example. I hope everyone is out there doing great, being motivated, being inspired, and out there grinding and building, hustling and being positive while you hustle. You dig? If you're trying to reach me, you can email me at imexample456@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Instagram at I_am_example456. And there you can get those daily motivational, inspirational quotes. And you can also follow us on YouTube at I Am Example 456. Go there to our YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. And we also have a free t-shirt giveaway while supplies last. And to qualify for the giveaway, all you have to do is send a picture of you sharing the podcast or sharing the YouTube page. Send that to our Instagram page at I_am_example456. And while supplies last, we'll get you our I Am Example t-shirt. Send us your size and your address, and we'll get it out there to you while supplies last again. So don't hit me with 20,000 direct messages talking about my cousin, my aunt, everybody want a t-shirt while supplies last. You dig? So y'all make sure y'all participate in that. Tell a friend to tell a friend to get at us. Right? So we gonna get right into this week's podcast. And this week's example of the week is Daniel Freeman. Many people don't know who Daniel Freeman is, but he's the author of the single most important book I ever read in my life. And I read a lot of books. He is the author of a book called How to Make $1 Out of 15 Cents. And I gravitated to this book because of the simple fact I was in the everyday hustle and bustle like as everybody else. Just trying to get over that everyday hump. That paycheck to paycheck to paycheck, hustle and bustle. And I read that book and followed those exact steps for that book, and it pretty much changed my life. That book taught me that you don't have to live beyond your means. You can live within your means and below your means, and not only survive, you'll be out here thriving and doing things that you really want to do. Investing in yourself, going on trips, living comfortably. And that book single-handedly laid out the whole blueprint for me. And after reading the book, I also was a part of the whole Rise and Grind movement and watched and listened to his podcasts. And it just put me onto a lot of game as far as the hustle aspect of life. Daniel Freeman literally taught me the basis and the essence of hustle. And I wish I would have learned it at a younger age instead of at a younger age I was always taught, get a good job and you got to go work and you have to do this and you have to go work at McDonald's for the rest, for your teenage years, flipping burgers, being a cashier or whatever. And Daniel Freeman gave me the perspective or the aspect of you don't have to work at McDonald's as a cashier. You can literally stand on the corner and sell water and come up. And I know people are like, example, how you sell water on the corner and make more money selling water than you make at McDonald's? Do the math. It's a podcast called Do the Math that Daniel Freeman has. If you do the math, right, and you're selling water on a corner and you're selling them $1 a pop, right, and you sell 30 waters in an hour, that's $30 an hour. You can work 8 hours if you stand out there from just 10 to 1 and you sell $30 worth of water, 30 waters pretty much. That's $90 you done came up in 3 hours. You can work 8 hours at McDonald's and only get 40. No, is that 40? No, that's only if you're getting paid $5. Nah, so it'd probably make $60 or $50 at McDonald's working 8 hours, and then it's gonna get taxed. I can be out there on the corner selling water and make $90 in 3 hours. You see the arithmetic? So make sure you go support and subscribe and read that book, that how to make $1 out of 15 cents by Daniel Freeman, and go to his website Rise and Grind and go support that man. Because he'll put you on, he'll have you thinking differently about your finances and money and how to get it. You dig? So we're going to jump right into the podcast for this week. And the podcast for this week, as you hear in the background, is Hustlin. Let that ride out. Hustling. When you hear about hustling, people automatically think that there's a negative connotation or a negative aspect of hustling. Yes, it is, but that's the smallest part of hustling. A owner of a corner store is a hustler. A landlord is a hustler. The mom and pop store that serve fish sandwiches on the corner is a hustler. If you in your house doing hair, cutting hair, eyelashes, eyebrows, doing nails, doing tattoos, whatever you doing to where you can decide when you wake up and when you go to sleep, you a hustler. You understand? And hustlers make this world go round because they understand a simple concept. Where there's demand, somebody has to supply. I might as well be the one that's supplying it. You understand? So that's how you hustle. You find a demand, you find something that somebody needs, and you provide that for them. You understand? No matter what kind of demand you find, whether it's selling panties or selling boxes or selling condoms or selling real estate, whatever. If there's a demand, if you're a hustler, you're going to find a way to supply it. Now, so many people get that concept confused because they think just because they are a part of the people that's demanding, that they're the hustler. No, they can't be the same. You can't be a customer and a boss at the same time. You understand? So a hustler is going to move a whole lot different than a customer. He's going to see a different approach at everything to where he's always the boss. He may partner with a couple of people, or he may partner with a different aspect of the business. You might have a partnership, but a boss and a hustler understands that he has to stand on his own too. And so many people don't understand that concept. So many people think it's a negative thing to be a hustler. I'd rather be the seller than the buyer any day. I don't care if I'm selling your dreams. I'd rather be the seller than the buyer any day. And in this day and age, it's so acceptable to be the buyer, to be a customer, that it's so acceptable that they don't even respect hustlers no more, the people that's selling you the product. You understand? They rather buy into a system to where they feel comfortable. They feel that immediate gratification, and by feeling that immediate gratification, they automatically think they're a hustler. No, you're not a part of the hustle. You're not a part of this clan. Let me tell you what a hustler is. A hustler is the person that gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning. A hustler is the person who gets up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and by 6 o'clock he's pushing his product. Now, I don't have time to go to the club. I don't have time to have a hangover, get drunk, go to the bar. I got to get up in the morning. That's a hustler. A hustler's not talking about I have to get up in the morning about I need to go get a job or I need to go to work. And if he is, that's cool. But a hustler, again, what's going to differentiate between a hustler and a everyday working Joe is that he's going to put the same effort into his empire and his business as he puts into his job. So if he's getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning for his job, a hustler is going to say, well, if I could get up at 8 o'clock for them, I could get up at 5 o'clock for me on my day off. That's a hustler. To push his product, to get out there and be in front of the people and move and see how the streets is moving or how the streets is thinking. And when I say streets, I mean how the customer is thinking. What's involved in the streets? What's going on? Go to these festivals or go to these parades or go to these meetups. You can download Meetup on your phone. It's an app called Meetup, and you can download Meetup and literally find people that just want to chill or just want to have common interests. Go to some of those meetups and see what they're talking about, or what are their interests at, or where their demand is at, or what are they seeking. If they seeking somebody to date, try to figure out how to be a dating consultant. If they trying to learn a different language, try to think about how you can present them with the opportunity of learning a different language. You don't even have to provide the service. You can be the middleman on who provides the service and still get broke off. That's a hustler. That's how hustlers think. That's how hustlers move. And not to sound cocky or nothing, I always had that perspective. Going on interviews, I was like, damn, why I gotta sell myself so? You know how many interviews I done walked out of? I'm like, yo, why I gotta sell myself to you? Like, I gotta jump through hoops, I gotta dress up, I gotta cut my hair, I gotta have a resume to get paid minimum wage and to start at the bottom? No, that doesn't even sound right. You understand? Like, you know how long ago I deleted my resume or cover letter? And you know how many interviews and I don't mean to brag or boast, it's just that's how much I believe in myself. People literally, close people to me have told me that I was crazy, or when I walked out of good paying jobs or good jobs, walked out of the interview like, nah, this ain't for me. What did we do? Like, this ain't for me. I got the experience, I got the education, I got everything that you asking for, and you're telling me that I deserve to start at the bottom? That's some real self-hating outlook for yourself. To the point where you saying like, yeah, I deserve to start at the bottom. Although I have 10 years experience, although I have this education, and I'm almost 50. Yes, I deserve to start at the bottom. What? No. Nah. You not no hustler. You a worker. And that's cool. If you not out here and you not living that lifestyle, or you just don't have it in you, that you constantly just want to go to work and do your 8 hours, do your 12 hours, whatever you do. And that's cool. Everybody's not built to be out here grinding and building, because it's going to be some hard days. There's going to be a lot of no's. There's going to be a lot of you falling on flat on your face. There's going to be a lot of doors slammed in your face. If you're not built for that, cool. Just go get your job and be content with that. But I'm not content. I want more. I want more for my kids. I want more for my grandkids. And if I got to be the sacrificial lamb, that's all right. I'll take the bumps and bruises. You understand? So it's okay. And don't get me wrong. Don't get the whole concept of this podcast is like I'm down and somebody who's getting up, going to work on a regular basis. If you got responsibilities, I will never knock you for meeting your responsibilities. I will never knock you for that. You understand? But at the same time, I understand that it takes a real strong man to not only have a job and to build or to be consistent on that job, and also building his empire. You know how strong you gotta be after working 8 hours to get off of work and then go work another 5 or 8 hours on your job, on your business, and on yourself, and investing in yourself. You have to be a different type of person for that. And I'm not just saying man, I say man including women, everybody, whoever gets up and wants to do for self. But you also have to worry about rent, or your mortgage, or your cars, or your insurance and stuff like that. I understand. It takes a different type of breed of person to be like, I got all that, but I still want to build on myself. It takes a lot. It takes a strong person for that, because I have done it. Still doing it. You understand? So I never knock somebody that's content with their life, or if they're working 9 to 5. If you're doing that, that's cool, because it takes extra strength to get out after you finish working to go out there and try and build yourself. You understand? So that's my little tangent for the podcast. Just went off on a little tangent. I think that's how you pronounce that word. But I got 3 ways to start your hustle, to find your hustle and what you're good at. You dig? The first way to find your hustle is find out what you want to hustle. You understand? Find out what you're good at to hustle. And excuse me, I got a little cold and I just drank some green tea. You know that green tea is healthy for you. But so many people just want to gravitate to what's popular. I remember growing up, everybody wanted to be in the NBA. Not because they were good at basketball, it's just because of the lifestyle and the money that they had. But not once was it presented to us like, well, you can sell real estate and make more than an NBA player. It wasn't presented to us like that. And I always was good at selling real estate, or I always was good at acquiring real estate. The thing that I excelled at, like I tell everybody, was playing Monopoly. Although I tried to play basketball, although I tried to play football, that just wasn't where it was at for me. I could sit down all night and play Monopoly and win and have a whole strategy in my head on how I was going to approach and acquire more property by gaining $200 every time I pass go. So that's what I knew I was good at. That's what I went at. That's what I went after. I knew what I wanted to push. I wanted to push properties. I wanted to push real estate. So you have to find out what you want to push and find the demand for what you want to push. I don't care if it's cupcakes. I don't care if it's cake. I don't care if it's doing hair. If you see a demand there and you like doing it, push it. All right. The basis, and then the second thing that you have to understand is the basis of hustling. You have to understand, how can I provide this service at the cheapest way possible and present it at a profit? In other words, how can I buy it for $1 and sell it for $3 to $5? I need a profit. You understand? Simple. Find out what you want to sell, find out if there's a demand for it, and then find out how you can buy it for $1 and sell it for $5. And it could be anything from tutoring to cupcakes to socks to boxes, whatever you want to push, or whatever you feel comfortable pushing, go ahead and push that. And then the last thing, well, I guess that's 4 things, but the last thing that I found out that's very essential is see what your competition is doing. See what other people are doing, whether they're big or whether they're small. See what kind of marketing strategies they're using. See how they're getting to the people, or how they're impacting the people, or how they're understanding what the people demand. That's the quickest way to get in the game. And the internet makes it so easy, because all you got to do is type it in Google on what you're interested in doing and seeing what people are doing it, and apply that to your hustle, and boom, you don't know where your hustle can go. You know what I'm saying? Boom, you'll be out there playing amongst the hustlers and amongst the grinders in no time. I say find the idea. All right. Those are the 4. Well, I had 3 ways, but it turned into 4. Find out what you want to hustle, and hustle it. See if there's a demand for it, and hustle it that way. And then understand the basis of hustling. And the basis of hustling is pretty much buying it for $1 and selling it for $4 to $5, but keeping the prices low. And then the last aspect of the hustle is to see what people are doing in that particular hustle. See what your competition is doing. If Hanes is selling underwear, see how they selling and marketing underwear, and see how you can do it. And put your own spin on it. That's the basis of hustling. So I'm gonna need y'all to get out here and hustle and build something and get on the playground and jump off the stoop or jump off the side street and get in the game. You dig? So that'll be the end of this podcast. You dig? And y'all can catch me at all if y'all have any questions, comments, criticism, anything. Y'all can email me at iamexample456@gmail.com. And you can also check me out on Instagram at I_am_example456 to get your daily motivations and inspirations. And you can follow us on YouTube at iamexample456. Go there, like, share, and subscribe. And also message us on Instagram so you can qualify for that free t-shirt giveaway while supplies last. All right. Remember to screenshot you sharing the podcast and message us or DM us on Instagram. And our Instagram again is I_am_example456. And I'll check y'all out. Y'all be safe out there. And y'all remember to keep hustling and keep building. You understand? Get off the sidewalk. Get in the game. Alright? Y'all be safe out there.